volatility and Italian politics tend to go hand in hand. I mean, the issue, I guess we could have expected some issue with this coalition government. It's been in power, was in power for 14 months. It was always a bit of a tenuous relationship, right, between the Five Star and the League because of quite different policy perspectives from the two. And with Matteo Salvini, the Interior Minister that had the League, calling for the last 3 weeks, really, for the government to collapse. Finally, of course, we saw the Prime Minister just resigned. But the challenge is obviously what now? So the President is, as you said, going around and having conversations and seeing if a new coalition can be formed. There's really three options, right? Option one is they form a new coalition, very difficult, and we can talk about possibilities there. Number two, a snap election, which of course Matteo Salvini is very keen to do because the League has doubled its poll numbers, is up to 36%. They would probably do very well. Or they could put in, which we think is most likely, a caretaker government. Because the reality is they have a very tough budget to pass in October, and it's in the best interests of many to not be associated with that budget.
What would the caretaker government look like? Who would be in it?
Well, it's unclear. There's a number of technocrats that might step forward and be able to do it, similar to how they've done in the past. It's not unusual at all for Italy to do it. The challenge is what Italy has not done, it's quite unprecedented, would be to have an election in the October time period when the budget's due. Because nobody wants to campaign when they have to have a fairly austere budget, which is required by EU fiscal rules, but very unpopular politically at home. So I think most parties would be keen to see that caretaker government come in, the elections called in December, maybe for early 2020, and then everyone can say, we had nothing to do with that budget, let's disavow it and get some votes.
Right, you're talking about your first option, which is essentially rework the coalition a bit, right, and the possibilities thereof.
Yes.
What is on the list?
So one option, of course, is to bring the Five Star and the League back together. We think that's highly unlikely. That coalition is likely completely dead. Another option would be Five Star together with the center-left Democrat Party, which there's been talk about that. There's been some op-eds written. Of course, business and other countries in Europe are keen to see that because that seems to be the most stable option. But remember, the Five Star movement was born out of opposition to the center-left, so it's quite difficult to think they might be together. Another option is you could have, I guess, a League coalition with some smaller far-right parties, but most, aside from the League, I think everybody else, all the other parties and business and probably the rest of Europe is keen not to see the League take power if possible, because this would be the first far-right government in Europe since World War II. It's a pretty stark option.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.